Congratulations, says Champ. And again, back up here in the booth with Phil. The weather. The wind chill right now, 8 degrees and dropping rapidly. But the main thing here, really, it's about the gust. Wind gust up to 20. What a difference that'll make tonight.
Well, it could have a factor in the game. But of course, with field goal tries, maybe the coaches will not be, they'll be more reluctant to try them. But the quarterbacks, watching them both warm up with the wind, I thought they handled it very well.
Denver actually won the coin flip, and as usual, John Fox defers. He's going to put the ball right away in the hands of that Patriots offense that's put up at least 30 points in 12 of the 16 games this year, including 41 against the Broncos back on December the 18th. So Prater will kick it. Danny Woodhead is back deep in the end zone along with Matthew Slater. This is returnable, but better idea is to take a knee, says Woodhead. So Brady and company set up at the 20. In Brady's illustrious career, only one team has a winning record against him, and that would be Denver. Denver 6-2 all-time, including postseason, against Brady and the Patriots. Here's the line. Mankins, he's had those back concerns, missed the last 2 games of the regular season. He's up today and healthy. Hernandez had a monster performance in that game a month ago. He had 9 catches, 129 yards, and a touchdown. Of 8, and we've got an update. James Brown has the story.
Hey, Jim, here's how San Francisco pulled it out, trailing 32-29. Alex Smith drills a bullet to the tight end, Vernon Davis. 14-yard strike. San Francisco goes up and wins it by the score of 36-32. Vernon Davis, 7 catches for 180 yards, 2 touches. Back to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
Wow, breathtaking game there. Brady with a touchdown pass in his 18th consecutive playoff game. And, you know, people might be saying at home, wait a minute, you win the coin flip and you decide to kick it at New England and give it to Brady and the Patriots at the start. Is that a good decision?
Yes, it is. That's the way John Fox coaches. That's what's got him to this game, so you don't change who you are at the coin flip today.
He always defers. It's Willis coming up at the 7. Got it across the 20. And Tebow will be coming out to the 23. How about that touchdown play?
Hey, look, it was 2 mistakes in the drive by Denver. Here is Wes Welker, covered by Chris Harris. They double-team Julian Edelman. Now, why would you double-team him? And they pick inside Gronkowski. That's enough to give Wes Welker that time. He gets under for the touchdown. 2 times. Hurry-up offense. 2 big plays, 2 mistakes by the Denver defense.
And fights through a couple of hits and somehow managed 5 out of nothing. Tebow coming off a career high, 316 yards. Actually set some records last week for playoff numbers, including most yards per attempt, most yards per completion, 31 yards per completion last week. You just called this in our opening, the best offensive line in the league. Holstein at right guard, filling in for Cooper, has done a good job, the former Patriot. And Thomas was over 200 receiving, including that winner from 80 yards out in overtime. Broncos huddled around the heaters. It feels like 6 with the wind chill, and there are gusts. And the Broncos are going into that wind right now, beginning at the 5. Mid-second. And New England already with 21 on the board. He said Brady needed a couple of plays there to kind of get mentally the confidence back on that drive.
Well, you know, like anybody, Jim, it doesn't matter what sport you play. You know, the greatest golfers in the world need something to reinforce their confidence, to get them back in the groove. And, you know, you cover that sport. Tom Brady, getting the football in good position was a big deal. So that kind of eases your some of the pressure right away, and got a couple easy throws, took advantage of them.
Gostowski And a big kick, favorable wins. Willis says no way.
Well, Chris Harris has to cover Gronkowski. He's going to go up here. He thinks he's going to go this way, but he stops and comes back inside. Watch the receiver go down the middle. They cover the middle. There he cleans it out. Look at the space inside to get it. And easy touchdown. Great design, though, by the Patriots. Tom Brady on top of the throw. Man, that is perfect technique, perfect spiral, easy catch.
Position battle is Zoltan Mesko after that 38-yarder. Tebow and Brady so far.
Well, Tom Brady had some excellent passes. How about that catch by Gronkowski? That bad throw, but look at this. Gets a lot of chances up here with this offense. They're so diverse. And, you know, you look at this Denver offense, Jim, they rely so much on the run. They can overpower most teams they've been playing this year. Not able to do that so far with the Patriots today.
Denver, a 30-second timeout.
John Fox and Bill Belichick, the two coaches who met down in Houston in Super Bowl 38. Carolina and the Patriots that came down to the wire in a Vinatieri winner. Both men former defensive coordinators with the New York Giants. Of course, Belichick was there when you were there.
Yep, started in 1979 with the Giants when I went there, and that Super Bowl, Jim, we covered it.
Yep.
And it was a tight defensive struggle, and then all of a sudden when it opened up, and receivers were open everywhere. I remember that touchdown throw to Mike Vrabel, a blown assignment by the Patriots. And how about that? Just another big kick by Adam Vinatieri. And cover him down the field? The answer is no.
You know, that last game, after a fast start by the Broncos, up 16-7, New England outscored them the rest of the way in that one, 34-7. And now it's 35-7 at halftime. That's a 69-14 stretch, if you will. Brady got knocked down by Miller, but he could still celebrate. Touchdown pass number 5. 3 of them going to Rob Gronkowski. What a tandem. 35-7 at halftime. Sprint halftime coming up. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. All football, no limits, only from Sprint.
And welcome back to our New York studios and the Sprint Halftime Report. I'm James Brown alongside Dan, Coach Shannon, and Boomer Esiason. The score at the half. Well, just in case anyone forgot that Tom Brady was in this game.
Yeah, he is pretty good. I'd say that, JB. And you look at these highlights here, you got to pressure Tom Brady. Denver's getting no pressure on him at all. He's standing in there. It's like 7-on-7 touchdown there, the Wes Welker. Then he's play action pass. Time to throw once again. Down the sideline, Deion Branch gets a little push off there, but that's another touchdown, his 4th in the first half. And then they come back down the field again. 9 seconds left. Gronkowski over the middle, 5 touchdowns in the first half. All I could say is wow.
And we talked about the matchup earlier. This was the matchup that scared me. Aaron Hernandez is a tight end. He takes the handoff from the backfield. He's their leading rusher, 3 rushes, 58 yards. This is a 43-yard run. Rob Gronkowski, all he does is catch touchdowns. And this one, the option route, wheels back inside, his 2nd one of the day. Dan, you mentioned it right before the half, his 3rd of the day.
It is a tough day for Tim Tebow, but the one thing he will do, like we talked about earlier, he likes to flush out to his left. When he gets out there, the option to run, pass. This kept the 3rd down alive early in this game. And then the other thing he likes to do is option. But right here again, when you saw it, you can't turn it over. And this turnover again was big, 7-0. It led to a touchdown in New England. Here's the option again on 3rd down. New England did a great job of stringing this out. Tim Tebow's had a tough first half.
And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, Tom Brady has ramped up the intensity. You can see that. But their defense is about as good as we've seen all year long. Rob Ninkovich is all over the place. Vince Wilfork, Gerard Warren. You hear Phil Simms talking about how they're playing from the outside in. They're putting all sorts of pressure on them. This is not going to be an easy second half for the Denver Broncos, that's for sure.
It doesn't help that Tebow only threw for 28 yards. So.
Knowing you know, Tom Brady as well as you do, okay, we're going to go to
Well, earlier today, I'll tell you what, the final 5 minutes of this game, incredible. Here comes Alex Smith around the corner. He's going to take it all the way in. Maybe he should have slid right there and ate up some more time, but you got to go in for the touchdown. 2-point play, no good. How about Drew Brees and Jimmy Graham, one of the bright young stars in the NFL? This gets to 32-29, and then I'm going to let you listen in on the San Francisco radio call right here.
Alex takes the snap. Alex looking.
Got it.
Post, and it's
got it.
Come on. Touchdown. Touchdown 49.
How does it feel to have your first playoff win under your belt?
Man, it feels great. It's just unbelievable. I mean, to come out and, you know, get this win. I mean, it means so much. It means so much to me, my teammates, the organization. I mean, it's all the work that we put in.
You got to hand it to their team and the way that they battled as well. I think really that's just two great teams that are used to winning, that know how to win, that know how to finish, just going at it. And unfortunately, there can only be one winner.
Well, you know, 5 turnovers by the New Orleans Saints certainly helps. But I have to tell you, Jim Harbaugh has done a great job transforming his team into a team that's got a great edge on defense. But also, how about Alex Smith? Alex Smith, what a great way to end that game, channeling his inner Joe Montana. Fantastic finish for the young man.
No, he channels his inner Steve Young to Terrell Owens, beating the Green Bay Packers almost 15 years ago on a similar play down the middle. We wanted to know, could Alex Smith, if they took Frank Gore away, and they did for the most part, could he step up and answer the bell, Coach? I think he removed all doubts. He handled himself well today.
This was supposed to be a classic offense versus defense, and I would say the defense with 5 takeaways, and the way they played in that game, they won that.
And, you know, looking ahead, San Francisco maybe playing the Giants or Green Bay, you know, the way they're playing defense, getting turnovers, and Alex Smith confidence, they put up 36 points, they could beat either one of those teams.
Green Bay, the only thing is, Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, or Eli Manning, they don't take the risk that Drew Brees will. He'll put the ball in harm's way a lot more than the other guys.
Vernon Davis is a stud.
Yes.
All right, folks, a reminder that we'll be back tomorrow at our regular time. That'll be noon Eastern, with another special edition of the NFL Today, leading up to the AFC divisional playoff matchup between the AFC South champion Houston Texans and the AFC North champion Baltimore Ravens. And a note on tomorrow's Giants-Packers game, as our Leslie Visser reported earlier on the NFL Today, Green Bay offensive coordinator Joe Philbin, still mourning the tragic loss of his son this week, will be with the Packers tomorrow and will participate. Now, you know what? Do we even ask about second half adjustments at all? But Shannon
JB, and I just know Tom just a little bit, but you don't think he's motivated by playing Tim Tebow. He barely got a peat this week. And you're talking about a 3-time Super Bowl champ, a 2-time league MVP, and all he heard was Tebow, Tebow, Tebow. Don't think for a second this guy is not motivated by that.
Yeah. You know what? The only way the Denver Broncos have a chance of coming back is that if Brady goes and plays for the Broncos. Second half, that's it.
If I'm John Fox, what I tell the team, look here, son, we down by 28. You hadn't hit anybody. No showers after the game. We leave it real quick.
I don't think Coach was saying quite that way, but second half coming up right after this. Thanks for watching the Sprint Halftime Report. We'll get you back to the second half after this.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. All football, no limits, only from Sprint. CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. All football, no limits, only from Sprint.
Here in Foxborough, the Patriots scored 2 touchdowns in the final 1 minute and 57 seconds. Tom Brady in that first half threw for 246 yards and 5 touchdowns. An NFL postseason record. Gronkowski on the receiving end of 3 of them. McGahee had the one moment for the Broncos, pushing it across from 5 yards out. But it's 35-7. The Patriots riding an 8-game win streak and showing why with that first half performance. Second half coming up after this word from your local station.
You're watching KZTV Action 10.
35-7 at halftime. Gronkowski catches 8 balls for 97 yards, 3 touchdowns. As we take a look at the Droid Razor Max Play presented by Motorola. No one near him. Bush doesn't even get a hand on him until he's in the end zone. Gronkowski racking up crazy numbers in that first half. Same could be said for the quarterback. And now the Broncos will be receiving the second half kick after deferring to this point, winning the toss. Tebow 3 of 10 in the first half, 28 yards. Willis is back there, and he's going to come out. 4 deep, and again they're pinned. Not quite to the 15. Tracy White up there. You know, Phil, with just inside 3 minutes to go in that first half, it's 21-7. You said if Denver can just get some first downs, go into the locker room, 21-7, still got a chance.
Yeah, hindsight's great, but I think we were talking about it, Jim. You look at the score, you get the football at the start of the second half, and you know how potent the New England offense is. And the play selection and the game management by the Denver Broncos at the end of the first half cost them at least 1 touchdown, maybe 2.
Those 2 touchdowns in the last 1 minute and 57 seconds. Blowing this thing open. As Ball able to deflect a hit, pick up 4. Tebow lost that fumble on their first series of the game, and that whole second quarter going into the win, they were flummoxed. They didn't know what to do with the passing game. Meanwhile, there was Gronkowski's first touchdown in Brady's numbers.
Wow.
Now Love chasing, incomplete. And that's off the fingertips, off the hands of McGahee. We talked about Darryl LaMonica was 6, and Steve Young was 6 in that Super Bowl against the Chargers. The NFL postseason record for touchdown passes in a game. Hey, it's interesting, the Steve Young angle here. When we first caught up with John Fox about a month ago, he was making comparisons about Tebow early in his career versus a young Steve Young, when, of course, he started the USFL, then was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Think possible.
We're back coming out of a New England timeout aerial coverage provided by MetLife. We're talking about going to the break. John Fox comparing Tebow to Steve Young's early career. He also mentioned Randall Cunningham, Fran Tarkington, Archie Manning.
We finally win a playoff game, and we don't even have to guess. We know Bill Belichick brought it up many times.
Again tomorrow, Houston. Arian Foster, TJ, can he come in there and put up another performance? 5th round pick out of North Carolina who stepped up big time going against those Baltimore Ravens. And the Ravens already beat Houston once this year. They are the 2 seed. That's tomorrow on CBS. All starts with the NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines at noon as Bruton gets to his feet.
That game, Houston, when they went in and played the Ravens, that was a rough and physical game. If I remember, it was pretty close in the 4th quarter. 2 touchdowns late.
Final in that game was 29-14. The first time the Ravens have been at home. You know, they always were finishing behind the Steelers in that division. Well, Tim Tebow, this is not what everyone thought this game would be here tonight. And there are times we've seen it. We were at the game at Buffalo and things started going sideways. And this has been happening since late in the 2nd quarter here today.
Right.
It's just his 16th career start,
that's right,
regular and postseason. So it really kind of, in a way, marks the end of 1 season of starting.
And all reactions are, what's the word for them? They're over the top.
Yep.
When it works, it's unbelievable. And when it doesn't work, the other side will come out. And even though he threw that touchdown in overtime last week, after this game, there will be a lot of people going, Well, there you go.
Yep.
See, when you play him straight up, look what happens.
And here's what we were talking about. So this marks number 16, 9-6. Coming into the 7 of those 9 wins. He trailed or was tied in the fourth quarter and went on to win it in regulation or overtime.
All these other guys up there, Jim, you show they're all Super Bowl MVPs. But
we talked to Tebow about how much whatever's going to happen on Saturday night, what the offseason's going to be like, getting a whole year to work with the coaching staff as the Denver starter. Didn't have that luxury this year with the lockout. Very eager to have that full off season.
Oh, he got more excited about that than playing the game when you asked him.
I know, it sounded like he was ready to begin.
I can't wait. I'm going to get coached. I'm going to fix a few things. And of course they will. They've been working hard with him. You know, Mike McCoy, the offensive coordinator, give him credit. They designed a new offense here right mid-season for the Denver Broncos. And at times it worked very well. And there's no doubt in my mind that this is a big setback, but they're going to march forward next year with Tim Tebow at quarterback.
It's been a stomping here tonight at Gillette Stadium as the fourth quarter commences. Brady and the Patriots on the Denver side yet again. 42-10, Jim Nantz, Bill Sims here to call it. Unreturnable again. Tight ends. What a season it's been for the Patriots. Gronkowski and Hernandez together.
Well, you know, Jim, what they did tonight, Hernandez has carried the football this year, but this was brought to a new level. So if you want to match up and say, oh, I'll cover Hernandez, you cover Gronkowski and Wes Welker, well, where are they going to line up? How are you going to double cover him when he's coming out of the backfield?
It's a 5. You ever seen this many negative plays in one game?
No, I have not. And Brandon Spikes will not throw the remote control at the TV if he watches a replay of it. But look at the penetration, the swarming defense. And we talked about it, really, of all the games we've done to the Patriots this year, this is as healthy as I've seen this football team.
To have Spikes, to have Chung, among others, back. Tebow, pass. Will it be Houston or will it be Baltimore? The Texans, of course, in their first ever postseason, a win over Cincinnati last week. Baltimore had the week off. And that's tomorrow, 1 o'clock with the noon special edition of the NFL Today. JB and the crew. He's sliding over from safety. AFC Championship preview as far as matchups against the Ravens. That postseason loss 2 years ago right here. Rice ran wild. 2-1 all time against Houston. And they lost the last meeting the last week of the regular season, 2009, the game that Welker went out with injury down in Houston.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Well, that was a good example right there. You know, they ran the football, and that defense, everybody just teed off. And
here's a few of the records that have been set or tied this evening. The points scored, a Patriot record, total yards. And Brady, of course, with the 6, Gronkowski with the 3. Ravens all coming up on the Subway postgame show. So San Francisco advances to the NFC title game, and we'll play the winner of Green Bay and the New York Giants. And San Francisco, that was Brady's childhood team. He used to go watch him play as a kid. He was in the stands for the catch game.
How about that job by Alex Smith today? Coming, just everything. The way he played. Late in the game, those 2 final scores, we got a chance to watch them just before we came on the air. And boy, all the doubt in his career.
How about the fact we got 6 teams still alive now after tonight, and we got 2 Harbaughs still in the mix. On Brady, and Bill Belichick. This is going to be their 15th win in the postseason. The most all-time by a coach-quarterback tandem. They came in tied all-time with Nolan Bradshaw, but they'll set the record tonight in #1 all-time postseason. They'll be coming back to New England next year. You know, the opponent's schedule is already out, not the dates of the games next year, but Denver will be here next year to play New England in the regular season, and that is going to close it out. A game that was over at halftime. Last 2-minute stretch of the first half put it away. Brady with the 5 first-half touchdown throws, adding another one in the second half. Tebow ends up 9 of 26 for 136 yards. When he met Brady at midfield 4 weeks ago, Brady said, "We're going to meet again. I got this feeling." What he didn't tell him at the time is, "I'm going to be at my very best when I see you that next time."
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tom Brady made some of the as good of throws as we've ever seen him make. Very sharp throwing the football. The offense clicked at so many levels. The diversity, all the different plays. Aaron Hernandez at running back. Well, it was a tough day to try to defend this offense.
Mike McCoy, the offensive coordinator for the Broncos. The Spikes with a hug with Tebow on the night where it came together. The two of them saying long ago that there's going to be a stage sometime. It's going to come time. We're going to have a matchup in the NFL. Ninkovich, who had a huge start to this game, too. Let's go down to Steve Tasker.
I'm standing here with Gronkowski and Tom Brady. You guys, people have been criticizing the Patriots. You haven't won a playoff game since 2007. What's it feel like to come out and hang 45 points up, throw for 6 touchdowns and over 300 yards, 3 of them to this guy?
Well, the skill guys had a great day. The offensive line blocked great. So there was good execution. I think there's definitely things that we could have done better, but it's good to get a win. I mean, they've been hot. They've been playing well, and you know, we came in and we started fast, and it was a big win for us.
How does this set you up for the rest of the way? I know you guys, you got one goal in mind. That's a championship. How does this set you up for next week's game?
You know, you know, it sounds rhetorical, but it's one game season. I mean, it's all about next week, and whoever we play, they're going to be, they'll have earned it, and they'll be here. They'll be a great team, and we'll have to play our best.
Our guy Phil Simms said he's never seen you throw it better. How does the arm feel?
Feels great. Feels great. I appreciate it from Phil. He's one of my favorites. So.
Right. Good luck next week. I appreciate it. Let me talk to the big man over here. Gronk, 3 touchdowns, and a couple of them were pretty nice catches. How's it feel? I mean, this is a big game for you. Talk a little bit about it.
Yes, so it's definitely a big game. It's a one-game season. We came out, we played well. The offense played great. The whole defense was playing great. We were playing complementary football, and it was awesome. Everyone played good, including the O-line, which is huge.
Now, this came in, you'd played this team back in week 15. How did that game set you up to have some success tonight?
I mean, we just obviously watched that game and stuff, and it's a whole new game. That was in the last month and everything. We knew we had to come out and execute. We knew we had to play all 4 quarters, and both the defense and offense played well, and that's what you got to do.
Well, there's a game tomorrow in the AFC over on the other side of the bracket. You cheering for either one of those teams, the Ravens or the Texans?
Not really. I mean, whoever wins. That's who our opponent will be, and we got to have a good practice week coming up this week, and we got to be ready.
Now, one more. Your compatriot over there, Hernandez, came out with a little bit of a head injury. Talk a little bit about how you two play off each other. He was carrying the ball out of the backfield tonight. How's he feeling?
Yes, he's feeling great. Hernandez is a beast. Love playing with him and everything, and we just can't wait to get out to practice together and get back out there together this week.
Great game tonight. Thanks for being here. Good luck the rest of the way.
He calls Hernandez a beast. And he's not the only one. Gronkowski with those crazy numbers tonight, 10 catches and 3 touchdowns. The Patriots are heading to the AFC title game. They'll take on the Ravens or the Texans. It'll be the 6th AFC title game for the Brady-Belichick combination. 45-10 is your final score. Coming up next, the Subway postgame show. For Phil and Steve, Jim Nantz saying so long from Foxborough. You've been watching the NFL on CBS. James Brown in New York is next.